Most realtors won't be honest with you, but you do not need an agent to sell your own home. I'm James Renfro, a trusted San Diego realtor. I focus on educating my clients so that they can make the best decisions for their family, and I want to do the same for you. I cover everything you need to know about San Diego and real estate, so if you're looking to make a move, fill out my questionnaire that's linked below, and I'll make your move a breeze. Now, let's hop into today's video. Real estate has changed a lot. When I first got started back in 1989, there was no internet, no computerized multiple listing service, no Zillow, no realtor.com. We actually got our listings on a paper card that we kept in a file. So if you were interested in buying or selling a home, you really had just two options, the Sunday newspaper or a realtor. So, and then I guess when it came time to do paperwork, the purchase agreement was just one page, and you had to press really hard with your pen to make sure that it went through all the copies. Now, of course, we have access to all the available homes in the palm of your hand. You can YouTube how to tile your own bathroom or find a step-by-step video on how to sell your own home just like this one. The resources are endless. So I'm going to assume that you're watching this video because you're thinking about selling and you want to put the most amount of money possible in your pocket. And you think if you can cut the realtor out of the process, you'll be able to save on the commission and put even more money in your pocket. And that rationale makes total sense, but is it true? I'm going to be completely upfront with you. There won't be any sugarcoating from me. We're going to look at the data and I'll walk you through the step-by-step process of selling your home and how you can be part of the small percentage of people that are successful in doing so. Because nationally, only about 10% of for sale by owners are actually successful. And if you truly want to go without a listing agent, then I want you to be part of that small percentage of successful for sale by owners, or FSBOs as they call them. I truly am here to help you whether you decide to sell on your own or hire me to do the work for you. Now that we have that disclaimer out of the way, let's hop in. I think it's important for you to know these stats so you're mentally prepared. This is what sellers find most difficult about selling their home themselves. Wondering what the hardest part of selling FSBO is? Over 12% of sellers said it was getting their home ready for sale, more than any other task. And while many of these tasks you'll have to do even if you have an agent can give you direction about what work is the most important to buyers, finding the right buyers, and of course, what would be a total waste of money. The second hardest part of selling your home is completing the paperwork. The paperwork involved with the sale is incredibly difficult for most FSBO sellers. You remember that one-page contract back in 1989? It's now 16 pages long. And that's really just the beginning because there's numerous disclosures that are required by the state of California. Most of them are designed for your protection, but they are complicated and there's quite a few of them. Here's a pro tip that most agents won't tell you. You can also hire a real estate attorney to do the paperwork for you. The third most difficult task is pricing your home correctly. Pricing your home is one of the most important parts of selling a home. You need to find that sweet spot of not losing money because you're pricing it too low and not losing prospective buyers because you priced it too high. It's also hard for people who've lived in a house to price it objectively because they see it in a much more favorable light typically than a potential buyer would. Problems with pricing are part of the reason why FSBO homes sell for over 25% less on average than properties sold by a brokerage. So on a $400,000 home, that could mean losing as much as $100,000 on the sale, which is way more than you'd pay in realtor fees. I recommend at very least to getting a seasoned agent to run a comparative market analysis or CMA for you, but be honest with them that you're wanting to sell the property on your own. Don't have an agent you trust? You can click the link in the description box below and I'll do it for you. And I'll do it for free. Now that you have the mental prep on what is most difficult about selling your home, let's talk about some of the biggest regrets that these sellers have had. One, they didn't realize that they would most likely still have to pay a 2.5% to 3% commission for the buyer's agent. After all, a buyer's agent won't want to show their clients a property if they're not going to get paid. And if your home isn't on MLS, buyers with agents won't find it anyways. Now, FSBO sellers often pay thousands of dollars worth of incentives. For example, the most common incentive that FSBO sellers pay is assistance with closing, which on national average costs about $6,000. Whereas the most popular buyer incentive for agent-assisted sellers is home warranty, which averages about $750. And that's a big difference. After all the blood, sweat, and tears, some for sale by owner sellers still ended up hiring an agent. Sellers who tried selling themselves and ended up hiring an agent gave 3 main reasons for doing so. Selling with an agent is easier, it takes too long to sell without one, and the paperwork is too complicated. Here's the breakdown. 41% of FSBO sellers want to save money, and I don't blame them. Saving money on realtor fees was the most popular reason that sellers chose to sell themselves instead of with an agent. However, what FSBO sellers save on commission, they often lose in terms of lower sale price and other costs. These homes sell on average about 26% less than those that are sold with the help of an agent. 34% of FSBO sellers already know a buyer, and if you're selling to a family member or a friend and want to give them a deal while still saving on the listing agent's commission, then FSBO is a good route to take. Now get this, 73% of buyers believe that they can out-negotiate FSBO sellers. So that means that these buyers believe that either their agent or themselves would get a better deal if they bought a home from a for sale by owner. And as we've already seen, for sale by owner homes often close for less. So unless you're extremely experienced and comfortable negotiating, you should reconsider listing your home without a realtor. If your goal is to net the most amount of money, you don't want to be caught in a toe-to-toe garage sale style negotiation. You need a good third-party negotiator. You need an experienced realtor. With all that information, here's who I do believe should do a for sale by owner. You already know the buyer, it's a friend or a family member, and you're okay with not making top dollar. And of course you want to help them out. The market has shifted with homes sitting on the market for longer, and it's tougher to sell now. For more information, you can go back and watch my August recap video. But with that shift, you have to be more strategic than before. So you should do a for sale by owner if you have the time and energy to learn the selling process, you feel comfortable doing contracts and paperwork, or you hire an attorney. You market your home with professional photography, video, staging, and finally, you negotiate and you don't let buyers or their agents take advantage of you. If you're the last person I mentioned, then my next video is for you. I'm going to give you step-by-step process on how you can sell your home yourself and some of my best tips for netting the most possible money. If you'd like to hire an agent for the daunting task of selling your most valuable asset, then fill out my questionnaire below and let's get the most money for you possible. Thanks for sticking around. I hope this video was helpful. Have a great rest of your day and I'll see you next time.